that he's always gonna love me. So just laugh out if you think I'm uncool, playing the part of the fool. 'Cause I love him, don't you know how I love him? Oh, well I do. When I see somebody crying, some person who's real mean, I wanna quickly walk right by him, but I'll stop for you, dear Lord. But must I hug him real tight now? He smells so bad I'll faint. What will my friends think if they see?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Weekly Roundup. This is the Grace Christian School show where you learn about what's going on, what's happened, and all the amazing things that are taking place on this fabulous campus. I'm your host, Sheriff P, and I come to you every Wednesday to share all this information with you. It looks like we already have a lot of viewers with us, about 10, and man, we had a thumbs up before the show even started. I'm assuming that's for Amy Grant's Giggle song. Some of you might remember that. I think that was from one of her very, very first albums, maybe Father's Eyes. But Amy Grant, she put out some great Christian music early on in her career. That first picture that you saw there was our fourth graders up in the Capitol. And I know many of you saw that picture last time before we went out on Easter break. Rachel, good morning. How are you today? Good to see you. Let's see here. I have to do something a little different today because of the way the board is set up. But good morning. It's good to see you. Kimberly, good morning. Good to see you. Glad that you're on the show. But that picture I showed you in the beginning is our fourth graders, and they are up at the Capitol. And the reason I brought that picture back is it was highlighted on the state senator's page that they send out to all the local cities. And one of our local officials saw the picture and brought it up to us and said, hey, look, you guys were highlighted here on the page. So great job to our fourth graders. They represented us very well when they were in Sacramento. Big props to Mrs. Marshall and to Mrs. Carr. They are fabulous teachers, and they do a great job with that trip every year. Can you believe we only have 5 more weekly roundups, and this school year is in the bag? 5 more weekly roundups. Seemed like just yesterday we were starting. It reminds me of Philippians 3:14. I press on and reach to the end of the race, and I will receive my heavenly prize. Remind your boys and girls to continue to work hard, press on to the goal of finishing the school year strong. This last 5 weeks, C's can be turned into B's, B's can be turned into A's, and hopefully if we're in a C, below a C, that we can work on that right now, since you still have 5 weeks and we're not waiting until the last week to address that. We have a lot of great things happening, and the first thing I want to talk to you about is open house. I've shared with you this last time that it's on May 4th, and one of the big things that we have coming up at this open house is the taco dinner. And I told you we sold out last time. We have only the ability to serve 500 meals. This is the best bargain going anywhere that I know. For $2, that's $2, you get 2 tacos, beans and rice, and a bottle of water. I don't know any place else. And you know what? It's high quality tacos and food. And I need to tell you that when we're sold out, we're sold out. And the ladies in the office just told me we only have 100 meals left. We've already sold 400, and that was before the podcast today and the weekly roundup. So things are coming in from the classroom. So that number could be far less at this point. I highly recommend, if you're planning on getting this deal of the century, 2 tacos, beans, and rice at open house for only $2, $10, feed a family of 5. You can't even, it costs more than that to get to school here. So make sure you get those orders in. When we're at 500, we will let you know we're sold out, and we will return any orders. We'll also send an email out to everybody. But if you haven't been to open house is a spectacular time where we have the opportunity to showcase all of the amazing things that happen with our students. For some reason, I'm hearing a little bit of an echo. So let me just double check something here. I don't see, there we go. All right. I heard a little bit of an echo. But anyway, open houses, when we have the opportunity to share all the great things that are happening with our students here on campus. We have pony rides that are going to be happening. You can see baby chicks that were hatched in classrooms. Last year we had baby piglets. You get to see things that they've been growing for plants and understanding how agriculture works, science projects, math projects, you name it. You get to see it in all of the classrooms, and it gives you a great opportunity to walk around and see art projects. It is a fun time. We also have the opportunity to fellowship with all of our other families here. Then we also have In-N-Out coming. That's on May 11th. Those forms are out there. Get those turned back in to your classroom teachers. It's not a hard number on that. Let's see here. Got in my order ASAP. Not going to miss tacos again. Kimberly, great job. Thank you for doing that. Yes, and I got to tell you, they are some excellent tacos. But In-N-Out, it's not as high a pressure on that order form. You need to get them in because there is a cutoff, and that's next Monday. But April 24th, the In-N-Out truck's going to be here serving In-N-Out, and who doesn't like a nice In-N-Out burger? Then tomorrow, we have Loved Ones Day, Grandparents' Day. It is going to be a fun event. There's going to be coffee and donuts that are going to be available starting after 8:30 for our loved ones on the blacktop. And then at 9:10, our first session starts, and loved ones can go to their children's classrooms, their loved ones' classrooms, and from 9:10 to 10 o'clock, they will get to do some type of project with their loved one, their grandchild, or whoever it might be. And then at 10:05, at 10 o'clock, that first session ends. At 10:05, the choir is going to be singing until about 10:15, and at 10:15, the second session starts, and the second session is identical to the first session. If you have only one grandchild or only one loved one in the school, if you decide to go to the first session, that's great. Then you can go to the choir and you're done. If you want to sleep in a little bit and come to the choir and then go to the second session, you can do that because the teachers are going to be repeating them. The reason we have two sessions is a lot of our families have two, and in the unfortunate situation, it's not unfortunate for us because we love having all of your children, but you have 3 or 4 kids. You might have to spend half the time in one and then go to another one and do that. Getting a couple thumbs up here. Thank you very much for all the thumbs up. So we're getting, I think we're at like 25 viewers right now. But anyway, Loved Ones Day is taking place tomorrow. Can't wait to have you here on campus. Then more fun is happening. We reached our goal for Race for Grace, and we are having Movie Monday. Movie Monday is going to be a spectacular time. We have a lot of great things that are going to be taking place. Add to broadcast. Let's see, what is that? There we go. Anyway, we have Sing 2 for our TK through first graders. We have our second through third graders are going to see Big Hero 6. Our fourth through eighth grade are going to see Parent Trap. Our junior high has a variety of different movies, Spy Kids, and I think there's 3 others that they get to choose from. It's going to be like a multiplex. They get to pick which cinema they want to go into to see. But our big, marvelous PST is going to be helping with this, making sure the kids get pizza and everything to have a wonderful time. And you know, these events are not possible without parent involvement and parent support. We have lots of parents that support all different areas. I'm going to call out some of the ones who I see all the time who are really taking major roles. That's Brenda, our president of PST. She's the quarterback. She's calling plays with the help of her entire team, and they're making fabulous things happen on campus. Andrea is doing wonderful things with our teachers lounge and making that happen. The whole remodel. It's like one of these shows, Extreme Makeover Teacher Lounge Edition, and she has a team of outstanding parents who are working on that. She also helps me with legislative updates, getting information for me that I don't have. And then Mary, she does a great job with restaurant nights. She goes out and talks to all the different businesses to find out who we can go do partner up with restaurant nights. And then Elizabeth, who runs our parent prayer team. She does a great job faithfully every single week bringing parents together to pray for you and to pray for our school and our great nation. But on behalf of all the parents, all the students, all the staff here at Grace Christian School, thank you to all of you parents who are involved. And if you want to be involved, contact Brenda Bromgarden. You can go to our website, gcsrr.org, and go to the PST link, and you can email her and find out ways that you can help. Also, you can reach out to your classroom teachers. They will find ways. Hey, you want to be part of our great team here? We are hiring in 2 areas. The preschool, we need 1 or 2 employees to round out our staffing there. If you know someone who would be good with little kids and would like to work at a great Christian environment, have them reach out to Crystal Hill, our preschool director. If you look in the links of this video, we have her contact information where you're able to email her. If you are a parent or you have a college-age student who would like to work Camp Oasis, we'd love to have you here this summer. Miss Henahan is looking for a few extra staff members this year. Our Camp Oasis is always a big hit every single year. So reach out to her. Her contact information is also available at the bottom of our YouTube page in the description. So you can send her an email, and she is actively interviewing and hiring right now, as is Miss Hill in our preschool. So we'd love to have you on the GCS team. With that being said, coming up is the spring concert, and that's on April 27th at 6:30 p.m. It's extremely important that you're here on time because we will be starting at 6:30. There will be parking on the grass for you. Bring lawn chairs. That's how you're going to be able to sit, or on a blanket. It is going to be on the asphalt. That's why I'm recommending that you get a lawn chair. If you have a blanket and it's a big comfy one, yeah, the asphalt will be pretty good. Could be cool, it could be hot. You know, the weather is hard to predict right now, but we are going to have a wonderful program that Mrs. Cabrera has been putting together, and our students have been working so very hard on. This is a special reminder to every parent who's watching. If you're bringing other little children with you who are not in the program, the playgrounds are closed. Our focus is on all of the students who are singing. Justin, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in today. Our focus is on all of the students who are singing. So all of the playgrounds are going to be closed, and we ask that you please just keep your children with you as if we were in a venue, an auditorium, a sanctuary. Keep your children with you, and so that we can pay respect to all of the hard work that our students put in putting the program together. It sure does make it a lot easier for us if we have you also helping support this, along with our playgrounds that will be closed off. We will be taping them off. Another important thing I want to tell you about on the legislative update is SB 292. This is something that has of extreme, it could be extreme interest for all of you. It's called the Education Savings Account. It's just been introduced, and there is moderate, I say moderate, bipartisan support for this. And any of you that are familiar with funding from the feds and the state, each public school gets $23,000 per child. $17,000 of that comes from the state of California to educate children. Through this moderate bipartisan bill that is in committee right now, what they are looking at doing is creating an educational savings account. And that $17,000 would be sent to your home district, but it would be directed where you, the parent, wants it. And it could go to a private school as long as they are accredited by WASC. We are fully accredited. We have been for 13 years, 15 years, I think. And so we fully would qualify, and this would subsidize your tuition. And this is an account that you have, so it continues to save for you, and you direct it. If you look in the updates here, there is a link to Shannon Grove. She is the assembly or the state senator who put this together and was able to get a couple Democrats also to support her. Do I think this is going to make it through state assembly and then through the Senate, and then the governor's going to sign it? It's a long shot, because I know you're going to have teachers unions and everything fighting this because they're already seeing declining enrollment in the public sector. But this is a way that your hard-earned money can follow your child. So I strongly urge you to follow that link. I'm going to be sending home a letter through Mrs. O'Rue that if I can get you to sign and send back to me as soon as possible, we're going to send those up to Mrs. Grove, the state senator, and she's going to show those in committee. Our goal is to get this out of committee before the full Senate. And what better thing than to be able to get $17,000 that goes into an account for your child that you can direct towards tuition. This is your hard-earned money that you've paid in taxes, so it's only right that it goes to you. So that's SB 292. I put information down in the link, and there's a little bit of writing about it. So go there, be looking for this. And if this is something that you don't feel, that you feel this is a slippery slope, I understand that also. We fully do everything we can to protect our kids and protect what we do here when we accept any kind of funding like that. So next, we have sponsors, and we couldn't do a lot of this without sponsors. We have Race for Grace sponsors, we have the Roadrunner Ride sponsors, and something that we made a commitment to is recognizing our sponsors on the weekly roundup who step forward. If you're in the market for a home, the Weiss Realty Company, the Weiss Realty team will help you out, and they are wonderful. They are family members here at the school, and they are real estate agents here in Cerritos and Cypress. Reach out to them if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home. I tell you, contact them. You do know that they support our school. They support Christian education. So give the Weisses a call, and I know they'd love to help you in any way they could. Good morning, Debbie. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in today. We're up to about 37 viewers right now. I know we have a ton of things going on. Parent prayer team just ended a little bit ago. We have PACE graduation that's going to be starting. And like I told you, we have only 5 more weekly roundups. And this year is in the books. So that brings us pretty much to an end. Parents, it's busy here. It's busy at your homes. I ask you to continue to keep your kids focused for these last 5 weeks so that they finish strong. We're going to continue to pray for each and every one of our students and every one of your families. I ask that you continue to pray for the staff here. And together as one group, we're going to be able to cross that finish line and have a great big victory here at the end of May. I look forward to seeing all of you at Open House. It's a fun time. Don't forget to get those final orders in. I think there's less than 100 taco lunches left at this point for $2, the deal of the century. But parents, I'll continue to pray for you. You continue to pray for us. And until I see you down the trails, may God bless the trails that you ride. Happy trails.
Amazing